Well, all right!
Welcome back to As It Should Be. This is Paul Bertolino here, and I have with me Crystal Durant.
Hey!
Tommy Von Voigt. As per usual, because we are floating through the years here. We're just floating right through, and we have finally hit the 60s. We have finally made...
Yes.
Well, I was going to say we've made the golden age. We really haven't. We've hit the golden decade, but not the golden age, because the 60s aren't really the 60s yet, but just the same. Just the fact that there's a little 6 there in that number warms my heart. Okay?
Finally a 6 and a 0. Finally.
And a 0, but, whatever. But we are, of course, we're going to be talking about our top favorite songs of our top favorite singles of 1960, and we're moving up to 10 songs per year now. So now these lists are going to be 10 songs, and shit's about to get real, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, and Crystal begins.
So, you guys were already talking about how difficult it was for you to make some decisions.
Yeah.
This is where it starts for me, making decisions.
In 1960?
In 1960, yeah.
60s.
60s. So, yeah. All right, so my number 10 is Tell Laura I Love Her. But it's so good. It's another corny, 50s. It's very 50s, but it sneaked over there in December into 1960. I love it. My number 9 song is It's Now or Never by Elvis.
Elvis gets on the list.
Wow.
Elvis got on the list.
Wow.
Made it in there.
That was the best-selling single of 1960. Go figure. My number 8 song is Kathy's Clown by the Everly Brothers, which I really, really love. You know them for their harmonies because they're amazing. But in this song in particular, when they're singing the chorus, comes, it's just...
It's really intricate because there's certain moments where one of them is holding one note while the other one's going up and down.
Oh, yeah. So great, so great. All right, my number 7 is I'm Sorry by Brenda Lee. Another very 50s song.
Right.
That snuck over the border.
Yeah, there's a bit of holdover for sure.
Yeah.
Big time. The Beatles didn't come to save us just yet.
Right, not yet. My number 6 song is Puppy Love by Paul Anka.
Puppy Love.
Really?
I do, yeah.
Even better than the Donny Osmond version.
Well, no. Wait a minute. Because we talked about that on my podcast.
I don't know, did we? I'm just getting my jabs in at Donny.
I don't remember who I picked was my favorite, but it's another one of it's nostalgia. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like it. You hate it, Tommy?
No, I don't hate it.
Blech.
No, I don't want to seem like I'm being judgmental.
No. Judge.
We come at you all the time.
Dude, that's true. I'm constantly getting...
We're throwing shade on you left, right, and center.
So true.
That's true.
That's true. All right, my number 5 is Theme from a Summer Place by Percy Faith.
Oh, so this is an example of...
Yes.
I had that in my 1959 charts. As we had said in previous episodes, sometimes songs kind of straddle the line of what year they can fall into.
Depending on when they're released.
And this is one of those, yes.
And it's usually from October on, they usually hop over to the next year. Yeah. I love that song. It's so
incredible.
great. It's so incredible. Great. My number 4 song is Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny Yellow Polka Dot Bikini by Brian Hyland.
So much fun. It's so much fun.
It's so stupid.
That's one word for it.
Yeah, but it's fun stupid.
But it's fun stupid because he is, and the girls from the blanket to the shore, from the shore to the water, and just the whole the little.
I love the 1, 2, 3, 4.
Stick around, we'll tell you more.
I thought it was tell the people what she wore. At one point.
She was afraid. See, I love it. I know the whole
It's so
song.
much fun.
It's great. My number 3 is The Twist by Chubby Checker.
Oh, Old Chubby.
Old Chubby.
No, this was Young Chubby at the time.
Well, that's Young Chubby.
Young Skinny Chubby.
But Young Chubby.
We don't get Old Chubby until he starts working with the Fat Boys.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and that song. I mean, you can't. It's a huge dance hit. It's a dance.
It was one of the biggest of its time.
One of the biggest of its time. Thank you, and you can't be denied. I love it. My number 2 is A Rockin' Good Way to Fool Around and Fall in Love by Dinah Washington and Brooke Benton.
Oh,
Do you know this
Second
song?
entry from Dinah Washington
Because
on your
she
charts.
was the truth, Dinah Washington. You can't fuck with her. Do you know this song?
That one I don't know.
I actually don't know this one.
No.
It's really, back and forth, flirty kind of thing. It's very...
Right.
It's not like dirty, but
Well, it's like
It probably was considered
It's
so at the time.
1960 dirty, basically.
Yeah, it's 1960
Yeah.
dirty, but it's really good, and they are great foils for each other. Oh man, it's such a great song. And my number 1, I have a tie.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and that is "Save the Last Dance for Me" by the Drifters, and "Georgia on My Mind" by Ray Charles.
Yeah.
Because my initial number 1 was "Save the Last Dance for Me." Because Benny King, like, what the fuck?
Oh, I know.
Benny King. And that song in particular, again, like Spanish influence with the castanets and the da-da-da, bum-bum-bum, ba-da. It's still doo-woppy,
Yep.
but it's like crossing that line into 60 feel.
Yeah.
So good. And "Georgia on My Mind" by Ray Charles, I'm fucking sick of that song. I almost hate it. I kind of hate it. But it was my number 1 here because it's such a great fucking song, and I hate it because I'm tired of hearing it.
Right. It's like the Stairway to Heaven Freebird thing.
Yeah.
Great songs, but come on.
Come
Jesus,
on,
yeah.
enough already.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's my list, my top 10,
Nice.
1960.
Okay, so I'm up next, and, my number 10. Take 2. Okay, so number 10. My number 10 is Money. That's all I want. That's what I want by Barrett Strong.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, now this is Tamla Records' very first hit single. And yeah, I mean, the thing about this song is it's such a chaotic sounding song. You know what I mean? It just sounds like, yeah, it's just like this chaotic rock and roll. Like the Beatles, the first version of this song that I knew, of course, was the Beatles.
Yeah.
On the first album that I ever knew and loved, which is the Beatles' second album. And their version is practically like punk for that time.
Yeah.
Like it's a pretty like meaty song. But even this version is just really, it's just really urgent. You know, it has a really urgent kind of vibe
It's
about
the
it.
drums, man.
And number 9, Walking to New Orleans by Fats Domino. Yeah. And that, which of course was written by a guy who was a big fan of Fats Domino and was invited to Fats' place to hear his new song in New Orleans. And he wrote the song in like 15 minutes and said, "Here you go, Fats. Here's a song about me walking to your fucking house."
Wow.
But number 8, Wonderful World by Sam Cooke.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Cooke. Yeah, what's that doing not being on your list?
Because that was going to be one of my runners-up, and I just couldn't get near it.
Oh, man. You know, not to be confused, of course, with the great 1967 hit by Louis Armstrong, Wonderful World. Yeah, and written by Lou Adler and Herb Alpert.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, so number 7, Motown is Here. Shop Around by the Miracles.
Ooh.
Yeah, Motown has arrived, and this is the first big... The Miracles had a couple singles before this, but there's this... Take 2. This is their first big million seller. All right, so number 6, Save the Last Dance for Me by the Drifters, which was originally the B-side of this single. It was Dick Clark who went, actually,
I kind of like
let's flip
this.
that over. Number 5 is Let It Be Me by the Everly Brothers. Yeah, now this is actually my favorite Everly Brothers singles of this period, of like the late 50s, early 60s period, because then later on they get into their Warner Brothers period in the later 60s, and there's some really great stuff on that. But this period, Let It Be Me. Number 4, Georgia.
Yeah.
Georgia.
Yeah.
a good one.
George, or Ray Charles. George Charles does Ray on My Mind. Yeah, Ray Charles does Hoagie Carmichael. Yeah, he really is doing. Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right.
And so number 3, Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow by the Shirelles. Yeah, now this is one of the greatest Goffin and King songs of the 60s as far as I'm concerned. And the thing about, you'll notice about songs from this period that they wrote that people did their versions of, usually it just ends up sounding like a Carole King record. I mean, if you think about it, if Carole King had done Will You Love Me Tomorrow in the 60s, it would just sound like this. Like her vocal even sounds like
It would've,
Carole King.
it would've.
You know? The major exception to that would be Aretha, because when Aretha does anything, Aretha does Aretha. She doesn't do Carole King. But anyway, so now number 2, Theme from a Summer Place.
Yes!
This is the ultimate soundtrack to this era. I mean, I imagine if I could time travel back to this era, that this is what the era would sound like.
Like as soon as you step out of the time machine,
Yeah.
you'd look around, it'd be a beautiful summer
song
day.
would just be wafting through the air. Yeah.
I know the vibe you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay, so number 1. Number 1 is my favorite track by this artist, and it was released posthumously. Spoiler alert.
Oh.
True Love Ways by Buddy Holly.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. I first heard this song in the 1978 Buddy Holly film. So my first version I ever heard of this was Gary Busey singing it. But, I mean, what a song. This song basically lets you know, like I mentioned with Little Richard, very much so with Buddy Holly, he would have gotten through the Beatles period, no problem. He had the chops. Like, this is a song that makes you go, oh, okay, yeah. He would have kept growing, he would have gotten better, and, yeah. And...
Damn that airplane.
Seriously.
Yeah.
That's
So
a good
there you
list.
go.
Yeah,
that's my 10-song list for 1960.
All right.
All right, so it's Tommy's
Over to
turn
me.
there.
So
All right.
I wanna leap to the defense of 1960 and the early 60s in general real quick here.
Wait, have we spoke disparagingly?
Yeah, there was a little bit of disparagement going on. And
Wait.
Yeah.
Tommy's Treatise.
This is Tommy's treatise. This is not a prepared treatise.
Oh, off the
This
cuff.
is an improvised treatise.
Hey,
but
either way.
It's good.
I've been catching a
treatise is
little
a
bit
treatise.
of it's the 60s. It's not really the 60s. It's blah, 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 blah. Like, we're waiting for the Beatles to come along like they're Jesus Christ, literally. But, I mean, the early 60s, you got to understand, the early 60s, you got, the vocal groups and really, really hardcore doo-wop still making serious chart splashes. You got the beginnings of Motown. You got the girl groups are, like, just around the corner.
Yep.
You got surf is just around the corner. And then the British invasion gets here. I mean, there was some incredible stuff going on in the early 60s. So I see what you're saying as far as it's not the proper 60s. If you look at the 60s as like 65, 66, 67, yeah, there's a huge difference.
Because that's the way that people think.
That's the perception.
Yeah, that's
but
kind of what I mean. I'm not saying that stuff before the Beatles isn't good. There's great stuff before
Obviously,
the
it's
Beatles.
good.
I
That's stuff that
just want to
love.
make sure that we clarify that.
Yeah, no. We're going to see that there is some amazing stuff. from the
Incredible
Beatles in this
stuff.
decade.
Absolutely critical stuff.
Yeah,
in the beginning
Yeah.
years of
More
this decade.
important and bigger for me than the 50s, really, is this pre-Beatles 60s.
Yeah. So, with that being said, 1960 was not asking me to be its savior.
Yeah.
Decided to...
Well, just basically the way I roll is that everything is about the Beatles, so I'm going to be making my dumb like, the Beatles came and blah, blah, blah. So just, it doesn't mean I don't love what we're talking about.
Right.
I love the early 60s.
All right. Well, I'm going to kick things off. I mentioned beginnings of surf, and I have an instrumental coming in at number 10 for 1960, and it's kind of like early surf. I think even before Dick Dale really started making a big splash, no pun intended. Walk, Don't Run by The Ventures.
Oh, okay.
Yep, coming in at number 10. Number 9, Only the Lonely, Roy Orbison. I mean, I had to get some Roy in one of my lists somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll pop up again, right?
Oh, I think Roy does make an appearance later on, yeah. Number 8, Johnny Tillotson with Poetry in Motion. Very much a doo-wop-y kind of, yeah.
All right.
How does that go?
Poetry in Motion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Number 7, Etta James, My Dearest Darling. Oh, my God.
Yeah, here's where the James
Yes.
starts.
God,
coming.
that's you want to talk about a song that just does all the right things that a song needs to do?
It does
My
it.
Dearest Darling, my God. Coming in number 6, The Drifters, Save the Last Dance for Me.
Yeah.
Of course.
All three of us
Trifecta,
had.
we have a trifecta here,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Number 5, Step by Step by the Crests.
Oh, I really love the what's the Backstreet Boys of the
Step by
step,
step.
like their version is
Baby.
really great.
Okay, so first of all,
to me, girl.
first of all,
Step by
You're talking about Step by Step by New Kids on the Block.
New Kids on the Block. I knew it was one of those
That
guys.
song is incredible, and these two over here are dumb. They don't know anything. They think they know. They think they're people or something. I don't know. So
No, I knew who it was. I just couldn't think of their name, so I threw a random name out.
Step one. You can have.
I have the New Kids on the Block dolls. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
I have a full set of New Kids on the Block dolls.
You mean I have the full set of New Kids on the Block?
Are they in the archive in California?
Yes. Do you have them?
I do not have them.
You do now. I'm going to give them to you. Next time I get my hands on them, I'm going to bring them here and I'm going to give them to you.
Yeah.
You are my witness.
That's right.
Wow.
So Tommy Von Voigt just acquired himself a
This
full
is
set
the
of New Kids on the
magic
Block
of
dolls.
as it should be. I love it, and all because of the Crests doing Step by Step, which is absolutely not the same song, by the way.
No, not at all.
Anyway, number 4. I got to give another shout out to Connie Francis again. Everybody's somebody's fool.
Oh yeah.
Number 4, Connie Francis. Coming in at number 3, Maurice Williams and the Zodiacs. Stay. I'm gonna keep the doo-wop alive as long as I possibly can.
Yeah, definitely.
Until John Lennon and Paul McCartney literally show up in this room and just slap the doo-wop right out of my
out of you.
hands.
May that happen.
And it's gonna happen in a couple episodes, but for now, I'm keeping that dream alive.
No shade to doo-wop.
Yeah.
No shade to doo-wop. It's gonna take act like that just to get me to stop with the doo-wop. Doo-wop has to basically disappear for me to stop mentioning it. Number 2, I have another instrumental, Dwayne Eddy, Because They're Young. Gorgeous.
I don't know this one.
Oh my God! Here's one of those ones that you do know, but you don't think you know because it's an instrumental, so you might not have been aware of the title. But the second you hear it, you'll be like, "Oh yes, of course, I know that song."
I'll buy that.
And number 1, the Drifters coming back again with a vengeance. This Magic Moment.
Oh.
Number 1
Yeah,
in
man.
1960.
The Drifters, just like the Platters. Wham, bam, bam,
Well,
bam.
again, though, as Crystal said earlier, it's Benny King. I mean,
Only part of it. He was only in it for a certain amount of time.
he was singing lead on both of those tracks.
Yeah. But I just mean they have so many songs, and not all of them are his.
Yeah.
No.
But
so great though. Wow.
So there we go. My top 10, 1960.
okay, well now it is time for. This is the part you saved your joint for. Yeah. This is our least favorite songs of 1960.
Oh yeah.
I probably should have saved that quip for 1967.
I think so.
I think that could be used for every year.
Yeah,
pretty
exactly.
much.
Well, I'll just say that every year.
Most def.
All right, so but Crystal begins.
It's me. All right, I have 2 songs that tie for my most hated song of 1960, and those songs are, and I hate them equally, I can say. I really hate them. Mr. Custer by Larry Verne.
God, I don't even know that one.
I don't know that one either.
Please, Mr. Custer, I don't want to go. It's a soldier complaining about not wanting to go to war.
Oh, I think maybe I've heard that.
The Civil War or whatever.
It's a Civil War song.
It's so
Great.
bad.
Well, it's a Civil War song. It's got to be bad.
Yeah, it's terrible. And then what ties with that is Alley Oop
Oh.
by the Hollywood Argyles. I mean, talk about a thrown together name. They already have the Argyles, the Hollywood Argyles. That's it.
They can't sue us
They
over
can't
that,
sue us
can
over
they?
that.
Well, it's back
That's
to what you
right.
were talking about.
Which,
with the chipmunks and the...
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
the
the
nutty
copycat
squirrels.
crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And oh man, I hate them both so much. They give me chills. They're so bad. They're just so awful. Alley Oop, oop, oop.
Well, and the guy doing the spoken word part, he sounds drunk.
We all go, alley-oop. Just shut up. It's so bad. Yeah, he does sound drunk. I'm going to guess that he is drunk.
You'd have to have been drunk to have agreed to have done that track.
Jeez Louise. Hey, you maintenance man, put down that broom and get over here. Have a beer first.
You're a recording star now.
We're going to make you a star, kid. Yeah.
Okay, so I have a few runners-up. I have 4 runners-up, 5 songs
wow.
on my hate list. One of my runners-up is El Paso by Marty Robbins.
Oh.
Now, I don't really hate that song. That was probably an early edition before I got the really egregious stuff on here, but I don't like it.
El Paso.
Down in West Texas.
Oh,
town of
Jesus.
El Paso.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of those songs that everybody knows somehow. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
But, my next one Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny Yellow Polka
Oh,
Dot Bikini
no.
by Brian Hyland. Yeah, I liked that
How
when I was a
could
kid.
you?
It was a fun
no.
song when I was,
No,
6.
I get it. Yeah.
He's coming for
But
you, Crystal.
now I'm like,
Yeah,
ugh.
it's fine. I understand. I get it.
But it's not as bad as my next runner-up, which is Old MacDonald by Frank Sinatra.
What?
Old MacDonald, and then his farm he had a chick.
Wow. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's...
Oof.
And Pineapple Princess by Annette Funicello. I actually mentioned that earlier.
Yeah.
You
And
did.
I heard that for the first time kind of recently, and I was like, holy shit, really?
Were you listening
Really?
to
Okay.
Air Check Radio?
But my most hated song of 1960 by a mile. Tell Laura I love her by Ray Peterson. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. I have always hated that song. Adult ears are not going to change how I perceive that song. I still hate that shit.
All right. That's cool.
All right.
It's not for everybody.
All right.
I get it.
Coming for you hard there.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
So you're not the only one who, we don't just come at you.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. No.
That's fine.
Okay, so I have a dishonorable mention for 1960. Hot Rod Lincoln by Johnny Bond.
Oh, shit. That's right. Oh.
Actually, literally any version of Hot Rod Lincoln.
Lincoln,
So
yeah.
Commander Cody and his Lost Planet assholes, they do not get a pass.
Didn't George Thorogood do one?
It doesn't matter who does
Yeah.
it. Any version of Hot Rod Lincoln is a hard pass from me. No.
Terrible.
But my number one worst song of 1960. So I have a Tommy's treatise. Okay. I say teenage tragedy songs walk a really fine line, but I'm there for it if the song absolutely slams, like, for example, Leader of the Pack. This song, however, is an incredibly boring sad fest, and that would be Tell Laura I Love Her. Worst of the year, 1960. Crystal, I'm sorry, but Tell Laura I Love Her has got to go.
Oh,
Tell Laura I love her.
Tell
No.
Laura I need her. I
No.
love it.
No.
Crystal's you have to go put
No.
on some makeup to cover up these bruises.
I know. My eye. Oh, you punched me in my eye.
I love it. When he read his off, I was like,
you
oh,
knew
no.
you were going to be bringing it.
I knew I was bringing it.
Wow.
Yep.
Well,
All
there you
right.
go.
So there we go.
That's fine. I'm fine.
She's not fine.
I'm fine with it. It is what it is. That's okay.
Tell Chris.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for going through 1960 with us, and we have much to look forward to. Right.
Yes.
And thanks for watching the videos. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe.
Bell.
And if you do subscribe, click the little bell for notifications, and like and comment and all that kind of stuff. And
Yeah, I subscribed and it changed my life.
Me too.
Yeah.
I love hearing the little bell ding when I open up YouTube.
I'm a better person
See?
for it now.
this is we can improve your life.
Yeah.
And prepare yourself for 1961. That's coming up next week. All right. See you guys later.